Okay guys, so here we go. This is my first ever ScaleTrains locomotive, and from the YouTube videos and everything I've seen of these look like they're really nice models. So I went ahead and got the Canadian National G ET44 GEVO, and I got the 3228 with the angled exhaust. It has the 100 CN logo on the locomotive, and as you can see it also has loc sound in it. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got. So right on top of the box you have the operator's manual. All sorts of information on maintenance, lubrication, a little bit of info there, and as well as the different CVs and the functions for a DCC remote. Alright, take off the top piece right here. And look at that. Sorry for the glare there. I'm excited to get into this. Looks like a really nice model. Alright, let's get this out right here. Move that to the side. There's going to be a lot of glare today in this video, guys, because it's really sunny out and I have the window open on the side here, so once I get this out of the plastic here, it won't be so bad though. Okay, take that plastic sleeve off there. So you have some extra pieces right here that go on the wheels, because I've heard these roller bearing caps have a tendency to fall out, so that's good. They have a bunch of extras in there in case that happens. Move this to the side. All right. There we have it. Let me tell you something, this thing is very heavy. Get these wheel pieces off of there like so. These handrails on the side feel very delicate, so I'm trying to be careful here. That there. Wow, this locomotive is actually very heavy. I'm actually surprised, but definitely some very nice detailing on this engine. I definitely like when engines have a very hefty feel, like the way this one does. Most of it feels like plastic, but definitely has a lot of die-cast material in there, it feels like, to have this kind of weight. But I like them when they're very, when they have some heft to them, just because, in my opinion, it just makes the engine feel a little bit more, I don't know, realistic, I guess. Because when you have a really light locomotive, it kind of takes away from that a slight bit, but when it's heavy, like this is, it just adds to that bit of realism. Separately applied detailings on this engine is just absolutely awesome. I'm impressed by this. HO has definitely come a far ways away from when it was when I was still collecting HO trains before I got into O gauge, let me tell you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, get some test tracks set up, and I will be back in a bit. Alright, so now I have the engine on the track, so let's go ahead and fire it up. To start up the sounds for the prime mover, you press function 8. Alright, so function 0 is the main headlights on the front of the locomotive. Function 6 are the ditch lights. Now for these Canadian National models, they have a red DPU light, which is right on top of the ditch light on the right side. It's a red light that operates while the engine is in remote mode. So in order to access that, you press function 5. As you can see, the lights will go off on the locomotive. The engine is operating in forward motion right now, so if you switch direction to reverse, you can see the DPU light comes on the front of the locomotive. Now when the engine is operating in forward mode, there is another red DPU light that is actually on the back corner right here above the ditch light as well. So in order to get out of that function, you press F5 again, and the lights come back on. Function 1 is the electronic bell. Function 2 is the horn. Now when you press the horn button on this locomotive, the electronic bell automatically activates as well. And after a little bit, the bell automatically turns off as well. Function 3 is the coupler sound. And then if you press function 3 again, it is the uncoupling sound. Now, those are all the functions that I can operate at this moment because I have a older Digitrax DCS50 DCS controller, so unfortunately I only have access of functions 0 through 9. But eventually I'm going to upgrade the transformer so that I can activate all the functions. But all the functions I've gone through are basically the basically the main ones on this locomotive. There are other sounds such as compressor, sanding valve, brake set functions, and stuff like that. But all the main ones are pretty much the 0 through 9. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll the engine out. Now I only have a very short test track set up here, so the engine can't go far, unfortunately, but we'll run back and forth for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put on a couple of these freight cars here. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut the engine down. Pretty cool. And for those of you guys wondering what the red DPU light is for, it's basically for when the locomotive is operating in remote control mode when there's no crew in the locomotive. So basically in this case it would be like the engine is a pusher on the rear of the train.